Episode 325. Hello, lovely ladies. Welcome to the Sophie's Choice podcast show. My name is Sophie. I'm a psychologist and an energy shifter, and I do things quite differently than all the other law of attraction coaches out there. Manifesting is truly about the art of allowing. You do not manifest by meditating or reading LOA books. So forget everything you think you know about running a successful business and about the law of attraction, and get ready to manifest beyond your wildest dreams. Let's get going.
Unique and perfect is what you are, and your miracle will come true. Sophie's Choice.
So I'm hoping that I'm keeping the microphone close enough to my mouth. It's a little bit difficult because I am actually rocking my little baby to sleep. And she actually likes it when I'm talking. So I thought, I might as well just record an episode. But holding her in both hands and holding a phone actually goes against all my principles that I had before I had a baby. I was like, oh, I will not have my phone near my baby. I even bought a blanket that's supposed to cover the radiation from the phones, and still a part of me truly feels guilty when I have my phone near to her, or when I'm working at night. Like I work often at night when she falls asleep, since she sleeps on top of me. She's always there with me when I'm working. So yeah, I have no other choice. Well, of course I have a choice, but it makes sense to work at night when she sleeps, and then I'll just grab my iPhone and my laptop and I start working. But that means that she is around radiation. But of course, I channel my messaging, and I also channel my questions to my guides and to Rose and to the universe. And I keep hearing them say, don't make such a big deal out of it. When I was actually pregnant with my daughter, we discovered that she wasn't in the right position to give like a normal birth. And then they said it was going to be a C-section. And I had similar questions at that time. I was like, okay, but isn't like a C-section just as normal as a natural birth, since everything is spirit? And they kept confirming it, like everything is spirit, everything is spirit. Still a part of me still thinks, okay, but is that actually true? I mean, then you can also claim like drugs are spirit, and then you can also claim that lots of sugar is spirit, and that does, I think, hurt our body when we do it in great amounts. But then again, I'm thinking, is it truly the sugar, or is it truly the drugs, or is it truly the radiations that get us sick, or is it when we extensively, is that the right word, use these kind of things from a frequency that is low? So for example, oh, she just fell asleep, she's so cute. So when we, for example, use drugs, I don't ever use drugs, but imagine I would use drugs, and I just would do it once in a while just because it feels really good, and I like it and I enjoy it. I doubt actually if it's harmful if you do it that way. But if you're at a really low frequency and you would do it because you feel bad, and you would then use it all the time to make you feel better, then it would be bad for you probably, because you're doing it from a low frequency. So maybe the answer to my whole radiation issue is, when I'm doing it because I am doing it from a low frequency, and I'm surrounding myself with my iPhone all the time because I am unhappy and I can't bear any silence, and I just need to be busy on my phone all the time, yes, then the radiation probably isn't so beneficial for either for me or my daughter, But when I'm using it in the right way to actually uplift our energy even more and uplift our levels, our lives even more, I doubt it is harmful. So, and besides that, we can't really escape it. I mean, unless you're gonna live on a hill somewhere in the middle of a forest, and that's not my plan. I am actually very happy that I am living in this world, and I'm pretty positive that our daughter chose to come through in this moment of time, and she didn't say, okay, I'm coming through and please isolate me from the whole world and put me in a forest where I cannot get any radiation. Okay, so very interesting intro for my my title, I think, of this episode. And I kept hearing it, like, an unpleasant journey can never lead to a pleasant ending. And I think this is the biggest manifestation issue that we have as human beings. So we are conditioned to work and hustle and grind and go through lows and go to fights and really wrestle our way through things to actually get the manifestation that we want. But even if you would do all those things and you would make $1 million as a result of it, the $1 million will not give you the kind of pleasure you are looking for. You will either lose the $1 million again, or you will, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I promise you, I know this for sure, the $1 million will not give you the happiness that you are looking for. So we really, really, really need to let go of that mindset. We really need to let go of the thought that we need more systems, that we need more information to actually manifest or allow our dreams. We don't. The thing that we need is to truly, truly embrace our souls, to truly embrace who we are, to not be allowed to have moments of silence, to not be allowed to follow your gut intuition, however crazy whatever crazy thing she's telling you to do. We have to honor our souls, because our souls want to express themselves through us. We are not just human beings. We are souls living a human experience. And our souls came to this world to evolve. And they need us for that evolution. They do not evolve at spirit level. At spirit level, they just are. And then in this body, they can evolve to the next level. And that is why contrast, and that is why negative emotions are so amazing. I mean, they don't feel amazing, but they are amazing for the soul, because it really, truly, every time we encounter negative emotions, every time we go through pain, it's like a piece of shield disappears and the soul can come out even more. So the soul is already there in their full expression. So even in my little baby, even in you, even in me, our souls are fully, fully present. Only the shield around it, that is what needs to in Dutch we say afbrokkelen. I don't know how to say that in English. It needs to be torn down, something like that. So with these little ones, it's amazing because their soul is fully present, and in the beginning their shield is not so thick, so they are very pure, and you can feel their spirits and you can feel their soul. So at least I can. I don't know if everybody can do that, but I assume a lot of people can. And it's so interesting because even before I had my daughter, like, children babies especially are always very drawn to my energy. Like when they see me, sometimes I even had encounters that I would walk somewhere and that like a little child would actually run up to me and start hugging me. Or when I was pregnant with her, I would walk on the street, and then sometimes just kids came up to me and they're like, "Oh my God, you are so beautiful." And I was like, "Oh my God, you are so sweet." But there's something about children that they recognize the energy of spirit. And I even notice it with my daughter when I'm in bed and I'm watching like videos from channeled work. So for example, Abraham, or I'm actually following a very inspiring person right now. She's a coach as well, but she also channels her work. Or I was watching Najura the other day, and she probably doesn't know this, but she is definitely channeling her. She does know, but she's definitely channeling her work, and I can actually see from the reaction of my daughter if work is channeled or not. Because when I am watching channeled work and I'm not even having the sound on, because 9 out of 10 times I'm having earplugs in, she just lights up. She looks at those people and she's like, "Oh my God," she is fascinated. So our soul is present, and with these little ones, it's present for the longest time, at least. It sort of depends on the conditioning and the parenting, and sometimes it gets the shields or the distraction comes sooner. But they are so pure, and it's so amazing to see. And then during our lives, then we go through a period like when we go to adolescence and our early 30s, and I think the younger generation actually decondition themselves way sooner than the generation before. I mean, I see women who are like in their 20s who are already deconditioning, and I'm like, "Oh my God, when I was 20, I was not at your level at all." And like, I think the generation of my mom, she's like, "Oh my God, I'm in my 70s and I'm starting this process, you know?" So I think these generations are they're deconditioning even sooner. So I'm actually very curious if this generation, if they're even gonna condition, or if they manifested their parents like us so that they don't even have to condition and decondition. I'm very curious about that. But I don't know where I was going with this episode. Oh yeah, I was talking about like an unhappy journey can never lead to a happy journey. So we really need to embrace our souls. And sometimes your soul tells you to do things that you're like, it doesn't make any sense to me. But when you start trusting your soul, and when you just start following her without questioning her, it will all make sense. You don't have to see the end of the journey to actually start walking. You can just when you truly trust, you'll just do what they say. And my mission in this life, I truly believe that's my mission, is to actually help you remember that you are a soul. And me living my soul purpose, and me showing up as Sophie with a capital S / Rose, however you want to call it, will remember you like, "Oh my God, that's what I want." The reason why Abraham's content for people who don't know who Abraham Hicks is, look it up. For me, it's amazing. The reason why it's so amazing for me is because as soon as I turn it on, it's like I remember some part, like on cell level, I remember. I'm like, "Oh my God, yes, that's spirit. That's what I mean when my daughter looks at channeled work. It's almost like she's like, "Oh, that remembers me of home," or something. You get what I mean? And that's why it's so good for us to surround ourselves with channeled work. And that's why I so believe in this new mentorship program that I don't know when you're going to hear this episode, even before the lunch or after the lunch, but this mentorship is meant to make you remember your soul. It is meant to strengthen your relationship with your soul. We are not going to talk about, and I don't know what we're going to talk about in the mentorship program. It's totally channeled work. But I know that everything that I will do will actually activate your soul. And then when you start hearing your soul even louder and clearer, you can start following her, and that's what's gonna bring you to those amazing places that you truly desire. And I am not talking about only manifesting like my dream life and peace and quiet. No, I'm actually talking about manifesting material things. I mean, if you want to manifest a Chanel bag, manifest a Chanel bag. If you want to manifest luxury holidays, manifest a luxury holiday. I mean, we are meant to live this life, and I think that's why they made me talk about that radiance stuff in the beginning of this episode, because I was not even planning on talking about that. But I think they want me to talk about that because they wanna highlight the fact that we are here in this world because we are meant to be in this world. God has not given us these amazing Chanel bags or Louis Vuitton bags or whatever just to be like snobistic about it and be like, oh no, I'm so spiritual, that's not for me. Everything is spirit. Also, the amazing material stuff are spirit. It's not more spiritual to sit on a yoga cushion all day than it is to shop in Louis Vuitton all day. Both is spirit. It's truly about what your soul is calling you to do. Me personally, I have a very luxury soul. My soul loves luxury stuff. I mean, that's truly where she resonates with. If you look at my mom, she has a very decor soul. Like, her soul really lights up when she surrounds herself with beautiful stuff for her home. So we all have our different preferences, right? We are all, that's why we need our own preference. We don't want to be all the same. That's ridiculous. So this mentorship program is truly about starting to know your own soul and to follow her and trust her and embrace her. Oh my God, embrace your soul and embrace all the amazing things that this life has to offer. So I want to share one other thing with you guys. I decided to go for braces, and I'm gonna go for the invisible braces because 1 second, my dog wants to go upstairs. 1 second. Try not to wake her up. Gaan we naar boven, Bonk? Kom, Attas. Attas. So I'm now actually talking Dutch, Malays and English in one episode. Very interesting. But I decided to go for braces, and I have actually been wanting this for the longest time. At least that's what I thought. Well, I wasn't sure if I wanted it. I wanted a nicer teeth. I mean, my teeth are not horrible. I mean, I've never had any problem with my teeth. I don't know how you call it when you have like gaatjes. I don't know what the name is for that. Anyways, I never had something done with my teeth, and sort of a part of me was like, I want nicer teeth. Okay, so if we get to the point. The point is that I wanted nicer teeth, and I was like, that is not spiritual. Spiritual is when you truly embrace your body for what it is. And I mean, I cannot complain. I think I look good. I'm very blessed. So there's nothing else I want to fix from my body except my teeth. And I was like, you cannot do that. That's not spiritual. Accept it. This is what God gave you, and deal with it. And then the last couple of weeks, I kept thinking like, that is really like, there's some tendency in me, and I think it's from past lives or something, to punish myself or to make life harder than necessary, to not truly allow myself to live the happiest life ever. It's like there's always has to be something that I have to do to sort of like, so that is not perfect. In the Catholic Church, you call it yeah, sometimes I'm challenging with finding the right words for it. Boetedoening. It's like you have to suffer. You have to. Yeah, I don't know what's the word for that. Boetedoening. You have to actually. Yeah, I'm just going to explain it how I see it in my mind. It looks like a person who bends down with her head towards the ground and ready to actually receive a beating on her back. Maybe that's why they don't give me the word, so I can actually explain the vision that I see in my mind. So I see myself like bending over and my backwards, like my back ready to be beaten down. Like, you do not deserve this. You need to be punished. And that's almost how I felt regarding those braces. Like, you do not deserve that. You do not get to choose that you get better teeth. Really, really interesting, I thought. And I remember that a couple of years ago, I went to the dentist and I actually informed about this Invisalign braces. And he actually said, well, I don't think it can be done with your teeth, but I can send you to a specialist if you want to. And he gave me a letter for that, and I never did that. And it was so interesting to me because, of course, he said that because I was not ready. I was not at that point yet that I truly felt like, oh my God, I don't need to be punished in this life. I can really, really allow myself to have everything that I want. Now I am at this point. So now when I went to the dentist, I just knew up front, I knew they were going to say, of course you can do that, no problem. Let's just let's just schedule it in and let's start it. And that's exactly what happened. I went to the dentist. It's the same office, only a different dentist, but it doesn't matter, same office. And they were like, oh yeah, of course, no problem. We can start in 2 weeks and it will look amazing, blah, 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 blah. And I thought it was so funny because now I am ready. And that brings me back to the whole point of this episode. An unpleasant journey cannot bring you a pleasant outcome. So the first time I sort of thought about that dentist or that braces story, I mean, it wasn't from the right frequency. So even if my dentist would have said, yes, sure, you can do it, it wouldn't have gotten me the results I wanted. It was just impossible because an unhappy journey cannot lead to a happy outcome. Now I'm doing it from such a different place. I mean, I feel happy, I feel content with myself, and I feel aligned with my spirit, and I truly feel I deserve this. Just as I deserve the beautiful life that I'm having right now. I'm the beautiful daughter that we have, the beautiful husband that I have, my beautiful dog that I have, our beautiful home that I have. But even I deserve the beautiful home that's actually waiting for us. I deserve the car that I have right now, but I also deserve the car that's actually waiting for us to purchase it. I am deserving of it all, and so are you. But a unpleasant journey cannot lead you to a pleasant outcome. So please, 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 please stop hustling, grinding. Stop enrolling yourself for trainings and courses that only give you sort of anxiety or only make you feel less good about yourself or more insecure about yourself. Truly, truly surround yourself with energy that uplifts you, that makes you feel better. And that is what will actually connect you even further to your spirit, to your source, to your soul. And that is what will bring you everything your soul desires. And if that's a Louis Vuitton bag or a luxury holiday, or I don't care, a dream client, or maybe you do want, I don't know, a piece of land in the middle of the woods. I don't care what it is, but you will manifest what your soul desires. And I truly, truly, truly wish for you to have that. I truly do believe that you are worthy of allowing that into your world. So I hope you can repeat after me. silently, or maybe even up loud, I deserve everything I want. And I truly, truly, truly wish you so much joy and happiness. And I hope this episode contributed to that a little bit. So for now, I wish you an amazing day, and I will talk to you on the next episode. Bye bye.